kind of a warning video. Guys, there are about to be some incredible layoffs, not just with Meta and Twitter and whatever the hell is going on, but everybody is in trouble as far as your layoffs and your job goes. You must be fired to fix what the government has done to the economy. And the government's not been quiet about it. They've actually come out and told the entire country, y'all are all about to get fired. Sorry, our bad. Well, not our bad. Your bad. It's all your fault. Credit card debt has gone from $8,000 in 2020. In 2 freaking years, it's gone up to 20 grand. Do you know why? Because you guys are still buying shit you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't like, and you're putting your bills on there too. You have got to knock that shit off, because all of you people that are charging up your credit cards right now, and you're about to lose your job because there's a whole shitload of you that are probably going to see me, and then you're going to lose your job, and now you've got a massive amount of credit card debt. You could have used that debt right now, huh? Losing that job? Yeah. I cannot stress to you enough. Stop using your credit cards right now. Please stop. Have a secondary business lined up. Start your side hustle now. If you want to look for other employment, hey, you know what? It's a really good time, especially if you're a vet or active duty military. You definitely need to hit my link, because right now I can get you a complete financial education with licensing for $25. Who says no to that? You have 2 years to come on and be like, I just want to make sure I got it for 25 and not what most everybody else will have to pay, which isn't that much more, but still. So for that, you hit that top link, the very top link, schedule with me, and let me get you in. You only have till December 1st to do this with me. But this other stuff coming down the pike, guys, Christmas is coming. So credit card debt's about to be even bigger, and then you're going to have a whole crap ton of layoffs really, really soon. You cannot say you weren't warned.
Today I lost my job at Twitter. Myself and many of my coworkers woke up to find out that we no longer have jobs. I was very lucky to have this job at Twitter. I worked on an awesome team with awesome people, coworkers who I even considered friends. And now that's over. To make it even worse, I'm reading a lot of negative, nasty things about my coworkers online, and I want to set the record straight. So I made a longer video talking about my experience working at Twitter, and you can watch it on my YouTube.
Our badges, they taking our vests and making us hand over our vests, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man. Like, we really just getting walked out right now, bro. Like, I didn't think that the 10,000...
A news alert on Amazon. The CEO, Andy Jassy, sending a note to employees just a few moments ago, talking about additional layoffs at that company into early 2023. Of course, they just announced recently 10,000 employees would be cut at that company. It's the reality of the downsizing that seems to be going on throughout big tech. Take a look at those shares getting a little bit of a move, but we'll follow that clearly. Mike Santoli's here for his last word. It is the reality right now of these mega cap technology companies trying to right-size themselves for the environment.
No doubt about it. I mean, Amazon, 1.6 million employees. I think half of them hired in the last couple of years. And a lot of these big companies are finding themselves no longer having to face this like utter labor scarcity picture that they thought they were in a couple of years ago, and feeling as if they're not as productive as they could be in a decelerating revenue environment. So it's going to be an undertow, I think, to employment. Is it going to pad the margins as quickly as the next couple of quarters? Probably not that much, but it does show you they're in a different mode right now. It's no longer that we have this inevitable growth trajectory. It's much more about, figuring out what makes sense to pay for or not.
The bloodbath in tech continues, with Facebook, or Meta as it's now called, firing more than 11,000 employees. That's about 13% of its workforce. And some of those Axe workers are going on social media to share their heartbreak. Ann Mercogliano reports.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is laying off 11,000 workers. I'm outside Facebook's New York City headquarters. Fired workers are expressing heartbreak over social media. They got the bad news early via an email at 6 a.m. and they were given 1 day more access to their work emails to say farewell to their colleagues.
Oh my God, who wrote this? This was literally like my dream job. And I was so proud of myself when I got it. And I'm still very proud of myself.
Hey, TikTok. I don't have a job anymore.
I don't even know what to do with myself. I have been working since I was 15 years old. I've never once been unemployed.
This pregnant woman's last day is also her due date. She couldn't stop sobbing. Much of the problem is Zuckerberg's $100 billion investment in the metaverse.
The company has invested billions of dollars on their metaverse plans, and they've said that their losses around their metaverse division are going to grow next year.
Zuckerberg demonstrated the metaverse on CBS last year, creating an avatar for Gayle King.
Mark, I'm in.
All right, welcome.
Oh my God, you've got freckles on your nose.
I have freckles in real life too, so I'm trying to do the best with my avatar.
In a letter to employees, Zuckerberg said, "This is a sad moment. I want to take accountability for how we got here."
So it's time to find a new dream.
Meta is offering a generous severance package. It's paying 16 weeks of base pay plus 2 additional weeks for every year of service.
It's hard to make ends meet when everything keeps going up.
With or without inflation, the maximum benefit for Wisconsinites out of work is $370 a week.
The way inflation is, $370 and minus taxes, or even $370, is not easy to live on.
Deb Bennett this week didn't get that max. Since she's working concessions downtown, the state sent her $52.
I don't have a car. I don't know how I'd make it with the car payment. I eat at work, so that helps the grocery bill. I don't have cable, so I live on bare minimum, really.
She's one of 20,000 Wisconsinites the state says filed for unemployment last week. 2.5 years ago, everything changed. The state and country shut down, and the employment rate in the state spiked to 14%.
There are 213 customers in queue.
In those early months of the pandemic, Wisconsin's Department of Workforce Development couldn't keep up with the calls. The state turned to call centers to help. Still on Thursday, the state's Unemployment Insurance Advisory Council asked Wisconsinites to share their thoughts for improving the system. But only a couple of people spoke. As those out of work get ready for the holidays, higher heating bills, and the long winter ahead. In Milwaukee, Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.